See, now we're recording.
Okay.
Okay. You're supposed to look at the camera that way.
I was
Everyone
doing
thinks
that.
you look in the camera. Okay, my name's Graham. This is my lovely wife, Maria.
Hello.
Hello. And we're going to be doing what are we doing? We'll call this Men Not in Blazers. This is sort of man and wife not in blazers, talking about football. And there's just a little space to illustrate the scarf behind us. Man United, that's our affiliation.
Can't really see it.
And we're beginning, well, we can work on that. We'll get more paraphernalia as the show continues, as we are going to be doing this and placing this on YouTube and starting on a special day. This is the climax of the World Series is tonight. Are we excited about that?
Sure.
Come on, I know you're a woman, but you get to have an equal voice in this sports talk show. So
I'm voting for Dave Rigetti.
She's voting for Dave Rigetti. She thinks this is a political event. No, okay.
Higher.
But the main idea, should you be higher or should I be higher? I think we're at a good. I'm having to,
Why are you going down?
There's too much blank space there.
Well, put your head up higher then. There you go. Not that high.
Not that high. How about this high? Okay, all right.
There you go.
So we're going to be talking about football. Right. This is what is today? Today's October the 28th. Right. We're about a third of the way through the English Premier League season. Man United languish in what place, Manny? You know these things.
8th place.
8th place.
They should have been 6th place. I was hoping they were going to be higher, but they're in 8th place, unfortunately.
We are one place behind our finishing point of last year, the disastrous debut season and solitary season of David Moyes, ending the line of Scotsmen in charge of Man United at 2. And now we have Louis van Gaal. Doesn't do Dutch. The former Holland coach. He took them to Holland to the end of, I was about to say World Series again, but no, the 3rd place in the World Cup this last summer.
Well, they did pretty well.
Yes, and he brought some of the Holland team with him to United, most namely, yes, Dali Blind. Blind. You'll hear me say that quite a lot because
blind.
Dali Blind, and you like saying blind. Anyway, this is a show in order to match the tone of Men in Blazers. Then we need 2 things. I will do the relentless sarcasm bit that I think is, big part of the show's appeal. You can't do sarcasm, really. You're not as practiced. You'll be random non sequiturs woman.
All right.
And you'll have the facts, like where we are in the table and what our goal difference is and that sort of thing. And anyway, do
you have your phone?
Do I have my phone? Why is that relevant?
So we can look up stats.
Oh, that's right. And one thing we won't have, of course, with the pros is we won't be able to cut in bits of highlights, or if we make fun of a player, we can't suddenly show you a picture of that player or manager to illustrate our point. It's all going to be about the words.
Maybe we can if we put it on your phone and put your phone up like that.
That's a great idea. That's a great idea. We might do that. Anyway, why don't we start? What are the events of this week? Well, the big Manchester derby is coming up next weekend, is it not?
Boo, it's too soon.
Why is it too soon?
I wasn't ready for it. I can't deal with Manchester City right now. I wanted some more points under our belt, because if we lose this week and everybody wins, then we go down further, like 9th or 10th place.
I can't deal with them right now. I like how you frame that as if it's some chore to do, and just I want to procrastinate on it or something.
Well, let's see. You've got Swansea is in the wrong place. It's above us in 6th place, and also Southampton are taking up space in 2nd place, and they should be lower than us.
They are taking up space. That's right. It's just an obstacle.
Sorry, Southampton and Swansea fans, but Manchester United is better than you.
Yeah, well, we have to admit, I think, if we're being fair, that there are 1 or 2 teams that are better than us at the moment. I think we got lucky a little bit this last weekend against Chelsea. Chelsea, yes.
Is that the Russian reference?
To Russian, yeah.
Abramovich.
That's extent of my Russian.
Got it.
Anyway, because I think spirited effort by United, good comeback. I think. I mean, good goal at the end.
Great goal.
Great goal, yes, and we played well at times. Even the Muppet, as I call him, Marouane Fellaini, can't say his name, whatever. Fellaini, thank you. Played well for him anyway. And so, in some ways, I agree with commentators who say that we deserve a point. But gosh, damn it, clearly Chelsea are better at this point. And if only they weren't actually fairly strangely ill-disciplined, I think they would have won that game like 2 or 3-0. But anyway, it's a long season. We got time to improve, and the Manchester derby will be quite a test. Can we deal with? I think Torre and Silva are their best players, don't you think?
I suppose.
Who would you nominate? Aguero's good. They got company
one
at
of
the back.
the most recent players is out with an injury. He may have to have surgery.
Who's that?
He's Brazilian, but now Spanish.
One thing I will say.
Diego Costa. There you go.
That's Chelsea. Brilliant! This is what I'm talking about. All right. What I will say is we have the best goalie in the Premier League right now. De Gea is the man.
Yes. Despite what your father says.
I know. My dad thought he would call him a little boy 2 years ago, just not worthy of the shirt.
I guess.
Now that title's moved on to other people like Phil Jones.
A guest appearance by your father, I think, would be...
Oh, to hell with him. He's not being a part of this. No.
All right. How about your mother?
Mother could get her part. We could do that. She could sort of...
Roy Keegan. Kay Keegan.
Corey Keegan. Yes, you could talk about Kevin Keegan. That's right.
Keegan.
No.
You're Kevin Keegan.
Okay, non-secretaires. All right, you're doing your bit. Very good.
Okay.
All right, well, I think we should make these like 10-minute videos. So we're coming up on the last couple of minutes, and it's not going to be a commercial break. It's just going to end, because I found, I don't know, YouTube attention spans, they're not going to be beyond 10 minutes. Anyway, I think we should spend the last 10 minutes talking about some of the names of our favorite players in the league. One of the great appeals of the Premier League is lots of funny names. And actually, weirdly enough, the funniest names are the English ones. Like John Joe Shelby. That's one of the great names.
Well, it's more about why do they have to say the whole name? It's not as if it's significant in it.
Bill.
Well, Shelby is his last name, I suspect. Joe is his middle name. Is that his...
No, John Joe is actually his first name. There is no middle name Joe. It's John.
Well, why do they have to say Shelby also? Why do they have to say John Joe Shelby? Why don't they just say Shelby when they refer to a player? They will say Fellaini, not Marouane Fellaini, when they refer to him.
Well, I know. I'm just saying John Joe Shelby because John Joe is funny just as Shelby is funny.
Okay.
Are you bored already? You're now looking at magazines?
No.
All right. Anyway. What's another great name? I like Angle Wrangle or Angel Rangel.
Angel Rangel.
Yes, I'm sure it's not pronounced like that in
Or
Spain.
Oxley Chamberlain. They always have to say
Alex Oxlade Chamberlain. That's a cool
I forgot
name.
that's a full
right.
name.
Doesn't that sound like a distant member of the royal family or something? Like he could be an aristocrat.
Well, there'd have to be a Philip and a George in there as well.
Okay. Any other great names? Just novelty bits of the show.
Okay, this part's not a good idea.
Why not? Why is this not part? We don't have any guests, see?
But we could talk about other stuff.
Like, okay, you've got a minute, so I'll let you have the last minute to pick a topic. Great, you're not allowed to have silence. Okay. Oh, no, now you've stranded me. Now it's my turn again. Oh, doing the funny names. I thought that was going to be worth at least 2 or 3 minutes.
Okay, Oxley Chamberlain. We already did that. John Joe Shelby. Jamba de Jamba.
Yes, not former players. I knew you'd say Eric de Jamba de Jamba.
I just like saying Jamba de Jamba.
Yes.
I didn't know he had a first name.
Okay.
That was I thought
all right, think of a funny name player on United. I've got Dali Blind.
Blind.
All right. How about Arsenal? Who's their funny name player?
Blind is growing on me. They've got a lot of French players. Can't think of any right now.
Per Mertesacker. He's clearly the funniest name on Arsenal.
But also, I think one of
Mesut Ozil.
Mesut Ozil, he's Turkish.
Yes, he's Turkish and German.
I also must say that Mertesacker has a very good sportsmanship quality.
Yes, he does. And he's got a great Mertesacker on him, doesn't he? Yes, and we're going to end on a low note.
That's terrible.
It's 9:55. That means we're down to the last... Yes.
Oh,
All right.
okay.
Farewell till next time.
All right.